You're listening to I Like That Story podcast number 42, Bob the Bookkeeper. Today's story brought to you by Evolution Consulting, nationwide image professionals for styling, speaking, and stage. I was speaking to a service club, the kind that used to be part of the fabric of our communities but are now fading away. The room was about half full. People mostly over 60, picking up a name badge at the front door, getting some food through the buffet line, back in time to rise, say the Pledge of Allegiance, the club motto, the club songs, the minutes of the last meeting, and if you've been to one of these meetings, you've been to all of them. And they are dying. I'm not really sure why. You'll hardly ever see a person in their 20s attend. Membership drives are a major topic, and yet the evidence in the room and others is that it's not working. And the same goes with church memberships. People with young families say they do not like the commitment, being tied down to a long-term sentence of service to a club full of strangers. I mentioned this to Bob, one of the younger club members at this particular meeting. He was in his middle 50s, a bookkeeper by trade, good with numbers, so he had been sentenced to a life as club treasurer without chance of parole, a burden he seemed to carry without too much grumbling. He said, when I started out in my career, I didn't have a choice. The boss said we had to pick one service club and join it. The company paid all the dues and gave us time for the weekly noon meetings, so I joined this one. Well, it was awfully community-minded of the boss, I said. He raised an eyebrow. You know, I can trace about 80% of my business out of this club. The people I met and got to know and trust started asking me questions and setting appointments and giving referrals. I eventually started my own firm when the boss retired, but I would never leave this group. Oh, I said, I get it. No, he said, you don't. I'm kind of a shy person, but having to go to all of these meetings helped me get to know other members. These people aren't just my customers. These are my friends. So, I said, it should really be called a friend club. And to get people to make friends out of strangers, have them do service projects in the community that would eventually lead to relationships that eventually would mean better business and then finally friends. He shrugged and added, lifelong friends. Most businesses these days don't make their employees join service clubs, probably under pressure from time-pressed employees and their families. I wonder if their opinions might change if both companies and employees would have a chance to talk to Bob the Bookkeeper. Thank you for listening. As you can tell, I believe in the power of story. Story changes lives and encourages people to overcome obstacles and live lives of peace, purpose, passion, whatever that might look like to them. And story can change a business too. It can clarify a mission, attract good people and good customers, and offer a culture that encourages growth in many ways that are measurable and many ways that are unmeasurable. To find out more about what I write or where I speak, you can find me on my website, ilikethatstory.net. I'm Jeff Gould. Until next time, God bless.